As for the movement of materials in the cell, osmosis is another vital process why water is moved into and out of the cell. The egg representing the cell was soaked in a vinegar solution to reveal the soft covering of the egg, which serves as the cell membrane. To show that the cell membrane is semi-permeable, two eggs without the hard shell were soaked in two different solutions. One was soaked in salt solution, the other one was soaked in plain water only. Leaving the eggs overnight, the result are eggs with different size. The one soaked in salt solution is smaller compared to the one soaked in plain water. It simply shows here that water was able to penetrate the semi-permeable membrane, but not the salt molecules. Since the outside environment of the cell, represented by the egg, is hypertonic, meaning it is highly concentrated with that solution inside the egg, tendency is that water inside the egg will rush out towards the highly concentrated solution outside the egg, thus causing it to shrink. On the other hand, the egg soaked in plain water gets bigger in size since the outside solution of the egg is hypotonic, meaning the concentration is low compared to the solution inside the egg. Tendency is that water from outside the egg will rush in towards inside of the egg, making it swell. This activity helps us to understand that it is important for the cell to be in its homeostasis or in its balanced state so as not to get damaged. Keeping the cell in a hypotonic solution will make the cell swell and eventually burst due to the rushing in of water into the cell, while keeping the cell in a hypertonic solution will make the cell wilted or dry due to the rushing out of water from inside the cell. For our guide questions, question number 1. The presence of bubbles outside the shell of the egg when soaked in the vinegar is a sign of what gas? When the eggshell was dissolved, the soft covering of the egg represents what part of the cell? What made the egg soaked in water gets bigger in size? Explain. What made the egg soaked in salt solution shrunk? Explain. What process is involved in this activity?